忍びの時代は終わる。
Rasengan.
Boruto is Boruto. No one can match his power, not even Jura. This isn't just nonsense, so let me explain that first. But of course, even though Koji saw in the future that Boruto would die if he faced him, that doesn't mean it will always be that way forever. This means that no matter how small the information known about the future is, it indirectly gives them a chance to change that future. So guys, as long as Boruto keeps striving and fighting, the future and the worst possible outcome can still change, because once again, any information Boruto learns gives him an opportunity to turn things in a better direction. In other words, it's not impossible for Boruto to defeat Jura in the future. Boruto continues to grow, and his abilities will keep improving. Only effort and time will reveal the answer. The tragedy in Chapter 12, when Jura left Boruto on the brink of death, is not something that proves Boruto is truly weak. Moreover, many people assume that Boruto is nothing without karma. However, if we look at the facts so far, Boruto has already become an incredibly strong shinobi, even compared to some of the greatest shinobi. But once again, guys, just because Boruto lost to Jura, we shouldn't immediately conclude that Boruto is still very weak or that he will never be able to defeat him. The truth is, Boruto is not weak. He was just not careful enough when fighting Jura. In other words, if he can gather information about Jura's powers, it could be an advantage for him to at least match Jura's strength or even surpass him. Fundamentally, if Boruto prepares thoroughly before facing Jura, he still has a chance to defeat him. Jura was able to injure Boruto at that moment because he attacked from a position Boruto was unaware of. In other words, Jura struck from Boruto's blind spot. That was indeed very dangerous, but remember, it was an attack that was completely unexpected. If Boruto were given the opportunity to face Jura in a one-on-one fight, he might be able to hold out much longer instead of losing so quickly. Especially considering that Boruto's combat abilities should never be underestimated. And as someone who can see future possibilities, Kashin Koji also sees that there is a chance for victory, even though the odds of winning without karma are very slim. But the main point today is not just about Jura, but more revealing and also proving if Boruto is the strongest ninja for now. And compared to all the shinobi in his current era, Boruto is the strongest of them all. And of course, without karma. First, it is clear if it is his battle with Code. Believe it or not, if in fact Code is one of the strongest Kara members for now, after Daemon. Because of course it was confirmed after Code removed his limiter. Kashin Koji just admitted that if Boruto died at the hands of Kawaki in the future line he saw, then subsequently there is no chance of winning for Kawaki when fighting against Code. With his extraordinary abilities and strength, Kawaki will only end up becoming Jubi food. But through another fate, Boruto managed to prove that he could win very easily from Code using his current greatest power, the Uzuhiko Rasengan. When fighting against Code, Boruto seemed to have no weaknesses at all. Even if we look at every Code attack, Boruto can really dodge it so easily, right? It even looks like it's without Hiraishin. It seems Boruto was able to dodge at that time because of the effect of his Rasengan Uzuhiko. Besides having an extraordinary output, the effect of the attack allows the user to have speed or agility in moving, which is difficult to attack. Because basically, Boruto was not using Hiraishin at that time because it was proven by the position of his hand, which was not using the symbol of his hand jutsu. So he did avoid the Code attack thanks to his Rasengan Uzuhiko effect. After Rasengan Uzuhiko was revealed during the fight against Hidari, we finally know that Rasengan Uzuhiko has a weakness. Although this is actually not too significant, it is still a big problem, especially if Boruto has to go 1 versus 1. I don't know so far, Boruto hasn't used Kagabunshin at all. Boruto cannot use Uzuhiko unless his feet are touching the ground. This makes his upcoming battle against Jura extremely difficult, especially since Jura has the ability to fly. While Boruto can also fly, if he fights in the air, he won't be able to fully unleash the maximum potential of his Rasengan Uzuhiko. Then his fight with Mitsuki. Actually, Sage Mode is an unusual power. Sage Mode is an extraordinary power that in the Naruto universe there is something special, like Jiraiya, Naruto, and even Kabuto himself. Because basically, if we compare it to its predecessor like Kabuto, it is clearly an extraordinary power. But concluding that Mitsuki's Sage Mode is stronger than Kabuto, it is clear that the fact that Mitsuki's Sage Mode is the strongest, because Of course, saying that Mitsuki's Sage Mode is stronger than Kabuto's is not a one-sided statement. After conducting a poll, the majority chose Mitsuki's Sage Mode as being stronger than Kabuto's. But what do you guys think? Is this valid? However, that's not actually the main point. Even without using Karma, Boruto can beat Mitsuki, despite Mitsuki's Sage Mode being at a higher level than Boruto. The way he dodges every attack from Mitsuki clearly shows that Boruto's power level truly surpasses even Mitsuki's Sage Mode. In other words, Boruto holds the position of the strongest. Then, during Boruto vs. Kawaki, with Boruto clearly at a higher level, he has shown that dodging Kawaki's Black Rods is effortless for him. Previously, we knew that Jigen's Black Rods couldn't be seen even with Sasuke's Sharingan. From this, we can assess that Boruto's visual perception is far superior to the Sharingan. But the question here is, can we assume that Kawaki's attacks are the same as Jigen's and Ishiki's? In other words, wasn't Kawaki in a defensive mode when fighting Boruto? This means Kawaki's attack power wasn't at its maximum. Perhaps this is the reason why Boruto was able to dodge Kawaki's Black Rod attacks. It is also possible that Daemon was able to avoid those attacks because Kawaki was in a defensive mode. But if Kawaki fully adjusted his attack parameters, would he be able to defeat Boruto? In my opinion, it seems unlikely and will never happen. Boruto will always be on a level far above Kawaki himself. However, when it comes to Daemon, it appears that he already knows the weakness of Uzuhiko's power. From the beginning, he was able to sense where Boruto's Rasengan Uzuhiko power originated. This is quite astonishing. Even Code didn't know what kind of power Boruto was using when fighting him. But Daemon is very different. He is extremely sensitive to chakra. For example, when he detected Kurama's chakra in Himawari's body, Daemon didn't know that Kurama was inside her. He simply sensed a massive chakra entity. Later, we were given more evidence that Daemon is indeed highly sensitive to chakra, especially when Boruto used Rasengan Uzuhiko. This is still the same as what I said earlier about Daemon and Uzuhiko. Even though Daemon was far away from Boruto, he could still sense that Boruto was harnessing the Earth's chakra to enhance his Rasengan attack. Perhaps this was one of Daemon's hidden powers. He is able to detect large chakra and is able to analyze the power released by his opponent. But to sum it all up, Boruto is the strongest character for now. Jura is indeed very overpowered, especially from some of his ability techniques. However, the more information and also readiness when fighting against Jura, it is something very important, because after all, information and battle readiness is something that is very important in the ninja world. Because no matter how strong a shinobi is, if they are caught off guard or lack sufficient information, their strength becomes meaningless. This might sound relevant. For example, Madara. Unfortunately, he had to meet his end by being stabbed from behind by Black Zetsu due to his carelessness. So, in conclusion, if Boruto were to face Jura head-on, considering his current abilities and the techniques he has mastered, he still has a chance to either fight on equal ground or even win. But to defeat Jura, would Boruto need to use Karma, or perhaps even the Jogan? What do you guys think? So these are some of the proofs that Boruto is the strongest shinobi of this era. As for Jura, I am still very confident that Boruto has a chance to win as long as he is well prepared when facing him in battle. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me that Boruto is the strongest shinobi of this era? And regarding Kawaki, will he be able to match Boruto once he removes his limiter and reaches his maximum potential? I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts, guys. So, thanks for watching, like and subs. I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye, Databayo.